What is going on, guys? Not sure I went too hard here. And as you can see, I got my computer stuff. Well, if you guys haven't been, or if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you guys won't probably know that I got my computer stuff, and I'm gonna be doing a couple of videos on it. I'm planning on doing just one video unboxing all the components and all that stuff like this, and then. Well, I guess it really depends on how long that video is. I mean, if it's like an hour or something like that, I might split it up. But if it's not too long, then I'll just put it in one video. And then I will be doing a full video of me actually building the computer, stuff like that, because I'm sure some of you guys might want to see that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The case, which is a Cooler Master 932 HAF Advanced full tower case. The HIF is high airflow, just because there are a good amount of fans. I mean, there's plenty of cases that have a lot more fans, but this one's pretty good. It's got, well, let's take a look at what all comes inside the box, I guess. Got installation guide for how to install your motherboard, all that kind of good stuff, and how to switch out fans and stuff like that, which I will get into later. And then you got your warranty information, which is pretty standard stuff. So let's put that over there, and now let's take a look at the case itself. Sound good. Sound like screws fell. We'll deal with that later. Alright, so let's slide that in a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. There we go. As you can see, there is a plexiglass window that I actually didn't know that this thing had. I mean, you can see a little reflection there. You got a big 230mm fan here, which you can actually replace with four 120mm fans. I think it's 120, maybe 140. Not exactly sure. You got vents over here just for air dissipation or something like that. On the top, you got another 230mm fan up there, which you can replace with three. It says you could do three, but as I'm looking at it right now, it only looks like you can fit two. Maybe, I guess I'll agree with that manual says. And you can put three 120 fans up there. Also, don't want to drop this, but up here you got a little hole for water cooling and stuff like that. But I'm not going to be taking a look at that because I'm just going with a standard aftermarket CPU fan, so nothing too important up there. Then you also got your power and reset switches on the top there. And if I rotate it to the front, you guys, God dang it, there we go. You got 4 USB 2.0 slots here. I'm not exactly sure what this slot here is. Let me actually take the camera and see if you guys can take a look at that symbol. The middle one right there. Not exactly sure what that one's for. But I don't think I'll be needing it anyways, so I think I'll be alright. And you also got a external SATA port if you have a SSD that you want to use externally, which I don't know why you would. You can just put it inside. You also got headphone, microphone, and then you just got some power lights there to see if you're on and whatnot. Then, of course, you got 2 USB 3.0 ports there, as well as looks like 5 slots for optical drives or card readers or maybe a fan monitor, something like that. Pretty standard stuff there. On this side, where all the cable management is going to be, you got a little bit of a buffer zone for, I guess, extra cables. Then you also got more grills down there for more airflow. And on the back, which is going to be pretty standard stuff, as you can tell, 2 holes for liquid cooling, not exactly sure how big this fan is here. It's not 120. I don't think I got another 120 fan here. No, so it's probably a 140. 140 fan in the back. I/O shield will go here. PCI express slots there, and hole for your power supply. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look inside and see what it's got going on. And I actually do have to install a that other fan into a slot in here. So there we go. We'll just put that over here. Alright, so as you see inside, I actually did already open this up. But you just got your box full of a bag with zip ties, other screws and standoffs that are necessary to build a computer, of course, as well as this bracket slot thing. This is for a card reader. It replaces a optical drive on the front. I'm not going to be using this because I don't have a card reader because I don't use SD cards. And then you also have a 8 to 8 pin connector or extender, I guess, just in case you need a little bit more room. You can do that. Then it also comes with 4 wheels that you can put on the bottom instead of just the rubber pads. But I'm just going to be sticking with the pads just because I'm not going to be moving this thing around at all. And then this tells you how to put some standoffs on, which pretty simple stuff. So let's go on over into here. There's your fan, of course. Get a nice little or big opening here in case you want to install a liquid cooling system after you've already put your motherboard down. It won't be nearly as much of a hassle doing so that way. Just kind of want to get these cables. Where's that cable going? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, just cables that will be plugged in to either the power supply or the motherboard, like this one. And then I also got a whole bunch of cables on this side, which I will get to in a little bit. And then you also got this little shroud thing, which I will take off and show you guys what it does. Well, I guess I can tell you what it does. Basically, you put this on after you already have your motherboard and video card installed onto the case, and then you put this thing on it with AC or with a case fan here like this. Air will blow directly onto the video card, which will fit right here, just for more airflow and just so that it is cooler for your, what's it called? Just cooler for your GPU, which is always nice. I mean, even if you don't think you need it, it's always a nice luxury to have more cooler air on your stuff and whatnot. And over here you got hard drive slots. You got 5 of them, and they all come with the SSD bracket, which I'm going to be using one, but I'm not going to be using all of them. But with my computer, I am having 2 hard drives right away. Just one SSD and one mechanical drive. Then also on the front, there's I want to say that's another 220 or 230 fan, but it might be a little bit smaller. But that is a red LED fan as well. The tool is designed so you don't need anything. You just kind of click it in and it'll lock your optical drives and whatnot in place, which is nice. So you don't have to get screwdrivers, even though I did need a screwdriver for that shroud, which I will install after this video because, I mean, I'm already at 9 minutes for this part. On the other side, I wanted to just show you guys. God dang it. The hole for the water cooling thing. That thing keeps on popping out. I'll deal with that later because it'll just make me look dumb trying to fidget with it. So yeah, as you see, there are plenty of slots and spots for cable management so that it has better airflow and just looks better overall. got a nice big bundle of cables that I gotta sort through later on. But other than that, yeah, that's basically the case. Yeah, if I forgot anything, I'll add it at the end. But anyways, let's get on to the next piece. What is going on, guys? NitroWay2Hard here again, continuing the unboxing of all my components. As you can see on my bed, maybe I just got all the other components in the mail, and we'll start off with the ASRock Z77 Extreme 4 motherboard, which is kind of the heart of the computer, I guess you could say. We got the I/O shield over here. Hopefully you guys don't hear the crumpling too much, but you probably will. Pretty standard stuff right here for the I/O shield. Nice color coordinated, which is nice, as I just said. Motherboard does have 4 USB 3.0 slots on it, as well as 2 USB 2.0s. So that's nice. I got 2 SATA cables. One is 90 degrees on one end. The other is flat on both ends. You guys probably can't really see that, but you guys will see that in a little bit. We got software setup. Nothing too important, but will come in handy later, as well as the thick installation guide with the drivers and whatnot disc, as well as a little case badge, which I haven't decided if I'm going to put case badges on yet or not, but we can look at that in a little bit. So now let's actually take a look at what is this. Not sure what's in here, so let's go ahead and open it up if I can get this tape off. And let's just slit that tape. There we go. I don't know why it's having such pain. Oh, this is just the SLI bridge. It's not bendable, so it has more support, but I only have one graphics card, so won't be needing that. But I probably save it in case I do get another 680, which honestly I don't really need, but maybe like next generation. Not, although the 700 series is coming out right now. Just put that off. Maybe pick one up if it's like 200 bucks. Whenever people are trying to get rid of them, and I still have mine. Not sure yet, but we got plenty of time. But here is motherboard itself. It is, of course, in the protective static resistance casing, and then it is also in styrofoam, which I will probably keep it in until I am ready to lay this bad boy in. But as you can see, it is nice. Color scheme is black, a little bit of gold in some places, but it's pretty nice. Nothing too fancy with this motherboard, to be honest, but it is a pretty decent one. It's got some nice features to it. So yeah, so of course it's got the Z77 chipset as well as the 1155 socket. So yeah, you can see the PCB. It's kind of brown. It's got a little bit of a brown finish, but also black. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll put this over to the side and we will continue on to the video card. Alright, now we got the Zotac NVIDIA GeForce GTX 680 here. Yeah, it comes with 3 games. It comes with Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and Assassin's Creed Revelations, which is pretty nice. Although I have already played and beaten 1 and 2. Those are the only 2 of the Assassin's Creed series that I've actually played. So it will be nice to play Revelations, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it is a 2 gigabit GDDR5 memory with DirectX 11 and physics support as well as SLI support, of course. So yeah, nothing really to look at on the box. But yes, here's a little case that it comes in. So let's open it up. If I can, I don't know. There we go. There we go. Little protective covering. We got a 6-pin to power supply adapter. I think that's Molex. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that'll come in handy. We actually got 2 of those. Didn't see that at first. So yeah, we got 2 of these. That's how we're gonna power it, of course. And then we got the DVI to analog, whatever. Not analog. You guys know what this is. But I'm not going to be using it. Just going to be using HDMI. It's the best way or best thing to use. And actually, take a look under this. And here we got the driver, CD, the Assassin's Creed 3 game pack, which is nice. Not going to really open that up because there's probably, yes, there are CD keys in here, so don't want to show that too much. I'll just put that down here. Again, driver CD with a case badge, so that's nice. This is a Trackmania 2 Canyon 3-day Game Pass. I'll cover up the promotional thing, but I don't know, I might check it out. Looks like might be a fun racing game, but it's only 3 days, so who knows. Then we also got Zotac Boost Premium little card thing that you gotta sign up for. Probably not gonna look into it or anything, but I might check it out. Then you got the 2 owner's manuals and stuff like that. Nothing too important, but what you guys really want to see, of course, is the video card, the 680 itself. Got a little bit of protective covering there. Oops, don't want to throw that all around. But yes, full plastic shroud, hard plastic shroud with a blower style fan which sucks in the air, blows it out through the slots as well as that little slot right there. So that's nice. What does it say? Remove protective film before use. Yes, thank you. I would have done that. PCB on the back, as you can see, pretty standard stuff over there. There's the GPU itself right there. GeForce GTX logo on the top, of course, as most of them do, and then some pretty standard stuff. So yeah, gonna be using this a lot, of course, but very excited about it. And let's continue on to let's go to the power supply next. All right, here's my power supply. It is a Corsair TX650 power supply. It is not modular, unfortunately, but I didn't really feel that it was necessary, and there's plenty of room to just stow all the extra cables in that case, so I'll be alright. And 650 is all you really need for, or it's plenty for oil, for only one graphics card. So yeah, it is 80 plus bronze, and there is a 5-year warranty, which is always nice. So let's open it up and take a look at the power supply itself. And one thing that I should mention is if you do get this or any of the TX series, the fan actually doesn't spin up unless there is a heavy load on it. Or not a heavy load, but like a decent sized load. The fan will, or if there's not a decent sized load, the fan will not spin. And a lot of people I saw reviewing it thought that it didn't work, but really the fan just doesn't spin unless it needs to, which is kind of nice. Safety and warranty information, nothing out of the ordinary there. Here's the wall cable, or cable for the wall, as well as some zip ties and some screws, which is nice. Never have too many zip ties, you know. Always come in handy at some points. Some nice styrofoam. What'd you call it, styrofoam? I don't know. Anyways, let's lift this baby out of here. As well, let's get that out of here. Get this out of this plastic wrap. And there you have it. What is, oh, that's just a little adapter thing. And they're just falling out. Alright. So yeah, there it is. I'm actually really surprised that all my stuff is kind of matching in color. I mean, it's kind of got a goldish amber, kind of like my graphics card and my motherboard, which is nice. Here's the big water cables that I'll have to mess with. So yeah, nothing too fancy. I keep on trying to use the webcam on my laptop instead of the better webcam that I got, because my laptop's webcam was absolute shit. I tried doing a video with it and it was awful. So yeah, that's basically it. Nothing really else to see here other than this. So yeah, I guess we'll continue on to the memory and whatnot. Alright, so now we're on to the memory. We got one SSD, one mechanical hard drive, and 2 sticks of 8 GB RAM that I'll look into all these. So let's go ahead and start with the OCZ Vector solid state drive. It is a 128 GB drive. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this up. One thing that I should mention about this, not a lot of people, but a good number of people have come across the problem of this drive actually dying in the first 3 months. So hopefully that doesn't happen to me. Let's cross my fingers, because that would suck. But you know, this is a really fast hard drive, so that's why I got it. Nice little I heart my OCZ SSD. Just nice. Try not to get glare. There we go. So yeah, nice little sticker, as well as some warranty and installation manuals, of course. Come on, get out. And let's open this up. There we go. There's the drive itself in protective coating, or not coating, protective plastic. How do I get this thing out though? This thing is smarter than me apparently. Got a little baggie of screws to install it, but I don't think I need it actually because of the toolless design of my case. So yeah, here's the small little 2.5-inch hard drive. So yeah, I guess we'll take a look at that. Of course, it's in its electrostatic proof thing. So yeah, there it is. Nothing too special about the outside really, but I do kind of like the look of it. It's pretty nice. I mean, they put some time into it. They didn't just kind of slap together and all that stuff. But let's put it back in here so it doesn't fry itself or anything like that. And this thing should have come with. Oh, that's right. It does come with a free copy of Far Cry 3, but you got to go to their website and register it and all that stuff. So I will show you guys that later, and I will probably be doing some videos on Far Cry 3, as well as, where is it? Metro Last Light. Got that for graphics card, I think. Might have just shown you the serial, so I'll probably block that out. But yes, got a free copy of Metro Last Light, which I will be doing a playthrough of as well. So yeah, that's the SSD, which is going to be holding my Windows 7 and all that stuff. So let's put that over here. It does have this back plate, or not back plate. It does have this plate, which I don't necessarily need, but I might use because of the OCZ logo, which I kind of like. So I don't know. Not sure if I'm going to be using this or just the standard ones that the case comes with. So let's take a look at that in a little bit. Let's just get these boxes out of the way for now and continue on to the 1 terabyte. I think it's 1 terabyte. Doesn't say, but yes, I'm pretty sure this is a 1 terabyte Seagate Constellation ES mechanical hard drive. Nothing too fancy there. Just your typical hard drive that's going to be holding all my games, as well as my many other stuff that I need to save. There's the connections, little PCB, and the actual mechanical spin thingamawhat. So yeah, just nice 64 megabit, 6 gigabit per second hard drive, which is nice. It is a 72,000 RPM drive, so pretty nice hard drive there. Now we will take a look at my 16 gigabits in total RAM, which is critical ballistic RAM, low profile RAM, which, if you guys know what normal RAM looks like, this is a very mini baby of actual big RAM, but it's pretty good RAM. It is 1600, whatever that's the speed for it, whatever you call it. So yeah, it's pretty good RAM. I got 2 sticks of 8 gigabytes, so should be plenty for a while. So yeah, it's Ballistic Sport VLP, just in case you guys are wondering and whatnot. So yeah, got some pretty good RAM and some pretty good memory, and so now let us continue to what shall we do next? I guess really the only thing we have left is the CPU fan and a optical drive, as well as the processor, which I almost forgot about. Alright, so now let's take a look at my i5 3570K LGA 1155 socket processor, which is really all you need for any game or really anything for a computer. It is a pretty good processor. I mean, it's not the best, of course. Yeah, so you got installation instructions and all that stuff, and stock Intel cooler that almost nobody uses unless you're a scrub. Not really. Yeah, it's just not very good or efficient or good looking, so just not very many people use it. So yeah. But here is the 3570K itself. Is pretty small, of course, as a processor usually is. And I also got some Arctic Silver thermal paste to go with that, so that my Hyper 212 Evo Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo CPU fan gets a nice contact with it. So let's try and pull this out without stuff flying everywhere. This stuff usually does when you open it. So here's a bracket, which let's try and actually have you guys see that instead of just me. So yeah, there's a nice little bracket for you, as well as, come on. Oh, this actually comes with thermal paste, but I'll probably use the Arctic Silver because it is probably the best kind. But yeah, just random tools that you will need to install this stuff, or install this cooler, that is, as well as your instructions manual that I will look into later. But here is the cooler itself. Oh, that's actually really nice that the fan doesn't come off. It's really nice. So yeah, you got a fan that'll pull air through the heatsink. These fins, cool these fins off, which are connected to these copper things that will be touching your CPU, of course. So yeah, that's basically that, and really the only 2 things I have left, I'll go ahead and just show you guys right now, are my DVD drive, ASUS DVD drive. Nothing too special there, just got it just so I can install a couple of things. I mean, for the most part, I'm only going to use it today and then never really use it ever again. But you know, it's necessary for something, so I mean, it's only like $10 or something like that. And I just got a little wireless adapter thing. Not adapter. No, no, it is an adapter. Little PCIe wireless card for wireless network, of course. Nothing too special there. So I'm not even gonna bother opening it up. So yeah, that's all my parts unboxed. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this build started.